Alright, this video is for the PS4 Pro 1st gen that have a problem with high fan noise. There was a video that I watched where the guy had put a thermal pad here, or 1mm, and it does help, but it doesn't come in contact with the metal right here. So you actually need about 6mm right here of pad. And then on the other side, right here, this one right here. It'll say SCE that chip, and you're going to want to just put it on half right here. If you try to put it on the whole thing, it's going to squish right here, and then there's going to be open space right here. You can either you can also add, I mean, once you measure it or squish it or whatever, you can cut it to where it's flush, and then add more pads to this side, and then you'll have full contact on that. But this chip right here on the Slims, it has thermal pads on, and that helps with the fan noise, because both of those chips get hot. Now these other chips right here, they don't really produce any heat, and if you put thermal pads on these to make it touch the board, they'll actually make the fans more noisy. So yeah, I mean, that's it. I just wanted to make this short and simple. On this, you want to do about let's see, that I end up doing two 1.5s and a 1. So this is 4mm, and then the other one is about 6. But so you'll know if you have contact. So when you put the board in, like, let me put the board in real quick so you can kind of see. Give me 1 second. All right. When you get the board in, you're going to flip it over, and you're going to see where the pad is. See right there? You see how there's still space right there? Yeah. So when you add about 6mm, you're going to see it squish up right here, and that's going to come in contact with the board, and that will help alleviate a lot of these problems with these older gens. Yeah, I did a lot of different things. I did some thermal glue on with copper, and it helped a little bit, but it wasn't flush against the chip, so it would make the PS4 turn off. So the pads are pretty much the best way to go. I mean, you can come up with different ideas to make it work. You can come up with your own ideas on what you want to do to make the contact better on the board. So I just wanted to do a short video. This is not a teardown. This is just to point out, if you don't know how to do a teardown, there's other videos available to guide you through that. Another thing too, a lot of things that I notice with people, these edges right here, you want to clean with alcohol. All this stuff right there, all this affects the performance of the fan and how cool the board will run. You want to make sure you clean all these edges right here. I know it ends up being a lot of tedious work, but all these is right here is designed to help cool the board down. So if you're just, and also cleaning these the RAM chips too, with alcohol with a swab, and the other side. If you're just putting the pads on and you're not cleaning this stuff, you're not going to get the best. You're not going to get the best cooling. So just make sure if you put these on there and you're like, oh, it's better, but I thought it'd be better. You gotta do the whole thing. Just make sure if you're going to tear this apart, just go ahead and just have it all clean before you get it on there. And I mean, I've used different stuff over over the time. I started out with Odyssey thermal pads. These are 12.8s, and then they came out with a better one. And these are the Odyssey 2s, and that was 14.8. And then the newer ones they got us 15. And these are a little more on the expensive side. Well, I mean, not as, I mean, they're like 25 bucks. I mean, these are now 12 because the bit lining stuff is gone. And then I've also used this. This is like 11.8. This is not as good as Thermal Grizzly, but it's right up there. This one says it doesn't have time. You don't need time to cure, but I've noticed that when it runs after 5 hours, that this actually works pretty good. So it does need curing time, even though it says it doesn't. So all right, that's it, man. If you have any questions, just shoot me a message. All right.